What has happened, everybody? Welcome back to another one of my player reviews. As you can see, we got the MVP Rob Gronkowski, 93 overall. If you listen to my last video, I was making the Delaney Walker MVP. I did finish that set. I put it together for about 183,000 altogether with everything. Played him for a game, and you know, he dropped 2 third downs and he fumbled on a fourth, and I sold him right after there for like 268. So basically made 58K and put the money into Mr. Gronkowski here, all the profit into that. So see how that goes. So like I say, if you can make money off of the Delaney, go ahead. If not, you know, don't even bother with it. I think you just jump right ahead to the next card here, Gronkowski. Now in this first game here, I'm kind of running my original base offense that I normally run, so you can see more of his blocking skills going on. Played down a large and deep in there, but you know, I really didn't think about it too much. Is, you know, as far as making the video here, there's a little out to Rob. Is that, you know, I didn't really have my offense catered to tight ends, you know, so to say. So this first game, you see a little bit more of the blocking right there. You know, he goes down, I hit the lane following him. In the next few games, I open up with more passing. So, you know, just to give you a heads up. You know, normally when I do the reviews, you've seen them, I try to play 3 games. And there's a nice run right out over the edge, and Rob holds his block, and we score. So, I mean, that's holding it. That's all I need out of a tight end. I mean, I know Delaney is going to have a, you know, he's got the highest mark, like an 88. But at the end of the day, it's like, can you make the block I need or not? You know, and Kelsey's always made the block. And look at this pick right here. This poor guy drives all the way down. Oh, and he's gonna, yeah. We know where you're going. We got 2 fat linemen chasing. Yeah, they got no chance in hell. And that's why you gotta love that Keekly. You know, if you never did that style, that's too bad. And we got third here. You know, he gets stuffed into the brick wall, and then he's just going to go for it on 4th down. And he almost got that. Almost got that. Real close. So we get that one back, you know. And in a lot of these reviews, I will, you know, pull a couple plays out of the games, you know, just a little bit to mix it up for the entertainment view. So that's why you see a little bit here and there of stuff like this. Especially in the first one, there's not a lot of Gronkowski, like I say, highlights, and that's on me. But I do open up a little, like I say, a little bit more passing in the next one, because what I did is, after this first game, I actually went into the lab here and for about an hour, and I developed a little mini scheme. So I'll give you some of these plays that I run here, and there's a nice one near the end of the game. I start getting a little bit more comfortable running this, but so there'll be a few plays I'll give here that you might want to check down or write down or whatnot, that you might find you know, helpful if you ever run the Rams playbook here. And basically all these runs I'm seeing is Gronkowski's holding his block. You know, he's doing well as far as that goes. I mean, I don't see him whiffing at all. He normally gets his guy and goes to the 2nd level. And there, right there, you know, Tyrann, most feared. I don't really run him too much, but on the kickoffs, he's pretty fine, as you see. So I recommend putting him out there if you guys want to just mix it up or try somebody different. All right, so these plays that I'm going to give you, most of these, just a handful here, they're going to be out of the Rams playbook. They're out of the split ram formation. It's a shotgun split ram formation. So this first one's going to be a Y circle, and I'm basically going to be motioning Gronk out to the left. I put the X on a fade, and I'll run an in route on the B, and then watch Gronk, and then he cuts back out, and that's a nice play. Sometimes you're going to get that mid range, sometimes you know, even long in there. So I like that. That's a pretty fine one, because he's starting in the backfield. You can actually get basically a running back route on him and throw him out there, and then you've got the mismatch of a tight end running, you know, a route that people normally do not recognize, you know, to cover. Right here, basically that's the slot cross. And all I did with Gronk on there is I ran a streak on him, but you can also run an in on that. But that is going to be set up mainly for that receiver there. Gronk's the secondary one on that, so that's the slot cross you just saw. And then we're going to have the PA Ram fork here, and I'm going to basically just put Gronk on a streak. And what I'm looking for is that slot receiver A. You know, he's my first option. He's covered on this one. Then I'm going to go to Gronk here. I'm even a little bit tad late, but I still make it work. And that play is going to be pretty decent, you know. You just got to watch the slot on there, and as long as he really doesn't have somebody underneath him, or you know, on the top in man, as long as he's got separation to man. But I watched that corner underneath him there, and you know, basically on that play he was there. So then I went to Gronk on it. You see, I get a decent amount of sacks out of my linemen here, Poe and Dockett, and there's the Arrington card, you know, fighting his way up. You know, he's a mighty mouse, you know, little back in there. Like I say, he's not as explosive as, you know, as Jamal, but he fights so much more. And there's just a nice little you know, swing out there for Rob. You know, you can get a few yards there. These two plays I kind of stalled. This one right here, I really shouldn't have thrown to him, but you know, he kind of, you know, a lot of these guys in these routes, they can get bumped real easy also, you know, and the timings are always thrown off on them, and there's no pass interference, so sometimes that's just the way it is. And here again is that basically that's the PA ram fork again that I was running there. So you'll see some of these I run a few times. I basically developed nine plays, I think, when I went into the lab before this. I don't run every single one of them. So I still, you know, and like I said, this is the first game I ever ran these plays, so you got to give me a little slack on that too. And you know, there's Kenny V, Rising Star. You know, that's for the value, pretty sweet card. He's only let me down one time real bad, which was at the end of the game. But you know, other than that, dude, he's been money. You know, he's a turnover machine. Let's see what we got here. This is out of the ace set, and basically it's the PA boot, and I take the B and I motion him left, and then I take Y and then I slant him, and watch B. And there it is. There's you know, depending on the coverage, there's gonna be a lot of different places you can throw that. But that one's actually out of a different set there. It's like I said, that was the single back ace set. And here's just a simple stick because everybody likes to run the stick, so I wanted to show that one. I think that's the tray open set, tray open sticks. But you know, you can find them on a couple others. Those aren't as big in here. And you know, that Ellington run is one of those things. Sometimes that's a big gainer, sometimes not. But you know, Gronk was holding his block on there. A lot of that comes down to the formations. And here we go again with the Y circle motion. Gronk to the left. And he was open right there, deep, and for the touch. So again, like I say, that's going to be mid-range deep. You just got to read the defense on it. But you know, that's a play that you may definitely, you know, if you're going to run this offense, I recommend throwing it once in a while. Like I say, that was motion Gronk left with the X fade and the B on the end. But you know, and some of the stuff I'm doing on the other side may or may not be important on that. You know, like I say, this stuff is just brand new to me. I just put it together. It's just stuff I found that worked, and it seemed like a cool formation to mess with because, you know, having him out of the backfield, you can do a lot of things. And here we are again with the PA ram fork. I'm looking again. The slot is my #1, and this time it's open. And that's, you know, that's a big chunk right there. So again, you know, you're looking for him. You know, basically all I'm doing is put Gronk on a streak, and you know, Largent right there, you know, wide open. But you know, if he's not, then Gronk normally will be, and if he's not, then shit, I don't know right now. Okay, this is I'm new to this set here, so you either probably throw an interception for me, or you know, take a bad sack. And this play, I really screwed up because I realized when I came to the line, this is actually a deep pass play formation for me, and I tried to motion Gronk to the left, and he stopped in that route, and I threw it, and it was just a mess. I should have took a timeout. You know, sometimes you don't, you know, you called the wrong play, and then you sit there like, oh, I'll make it work. You know, like I'm just the best, and then, you know, do stupid stuff like that. But so anyhow, we're back to that. We're in the final game of this year. So yeah, you know, I'll probably keep on working a few more of these plays in, you know, see if I can get them, you know, pretty solid little scheme out there, and I don't know, maybe I'll do a video just on scheme itself, perhaps, if people actually are interested in that, you know. But and let's see where we at with this one. And again, I was just running this one again with the Y circle, it looks like, and this is the end of the quarter, and I had that basically. That one, you know, I just ran out of the arm strength, I'm guessing. You know, if it was about 5 yards shorter, I probably have that. And if you watch Gronk on that, he was wide open also. So 2 minutes, I didn't need to go for that. But I had, you know, a good yard and a half, you know, separation behind that guy. I just must have waited just a second too long to throw it. So be it. You know, I come back and give him a couple blitzes up the ass just to you know, get that out. I was a little upset about it. Sometimes you gotta do that. You gotta bring the heat on the guys, you know. And then here we're getting out. Now this one's a little bit different. This is off the slant middle. And basically what I do is I run a swing on Gronkowski. And then and then I motion him. That's the key, is you got to put him on the swing first, because otherwise you can't get that motion out of him. Then you bring him to the left. That right there was the last option, was the slant on that play. But if you watch that in man coverage, if they run man on that, Gronk is going to beat them for like 40 yards down the sideline. And some of those, still some of the coverages he'll beat like that. And this is just mesh, and all he did was bring. Look at him fight. Look at him, and that's why you really like that card. He's going to do that a lot for you, But then that mesh, all I do is I motion him out left, and then I put him on a drag. Fairly simple on that. And here we go again. And this time, now this is the other thing you can do. This is the Y circle. You can motion him to the right on this one. And when I motion him right, I put X on a slant. I block Y normally. And he tried to cover me. That was cute. He knew it was going to Gronk, and he just he made himself look foolish. He felt bad after this, and then he decided he had enough Gronk for the night. He couldn't handle it anymore, and he pulled the plug. So I appreciate you guys checking out another review. I know these a little long-winded, but hopefully they're worth it for you guys. Get an idea about the cards you might be getting into. Later.